Hello lovely people, today I will show you how I do to kill the fish basically. To do it as quickly and humanly as possible. I want them to not suffer and I want the quality of the fish to be preserved. So to do so, we will use some ice packs, ice cubes, and so all this is food grade. I will add some water and some salt. So when you add ice and salt, it creates a reaction and the temperature drops significantly. And so the shock from being in the pond water that is around 12 degrees Celsius at the moment to being in a water close to 2 degrees Celsius will basically slow down the metabolism of the fish. It's like a switch where we switch the fish off. So they are not gonna suffer and they're gonna die pretty quickly. So I am just adding some water, which is tap water, to the mix. And now I will add some salt into it. So the salt is just a large salt, nothing special. So I will leave it here. What I will do, I will catch a few fish here. And I will sort the largest one, the one that I want to harvest. I just want to harvest 5 fish today. So let's see what we got here. So we have a few nice fish. There is a rainbow that I don't want to harvest today. So I will catch it and release it. And now, do I want this brook trout or not? I will probably keep this brook trout for now. And now I will release the smallest golden trout, which is probably that one. And I will harvest those 5 trouts here. Yeah, the water is pretty cold, so let's just put one for now. Let's see. The fish is into the ice, almost not moving as you can see. Very soon the fish will no longer move. As you can see, the trout is almost dead. Very simple.
So here I want to be completely honest. There is a step that I don't show on this YouTube video, simply because YouTube is gonna remove the video if I try to show the step on this video. So this step is available on the training, but if you watch it on the YouTube video, you can't really see the step. But basically, I just make sure that the fish is 100% dead. I don't want to take any chance to have the fish that is awake when I process it. As you understand, the cold water decreases the metabolism of the fish. So the fish is basically turned off. But I just want to be 100% sure that the fish is completely dead before we go to the processing stage.
Okay, so now we will process the fish. So this process is going to be very simple here. We just want to clean the trout. So remove the guts, and I'm not going to do any filleting or anything here. I want it to be clear. We have the trout, we have a place where we can open them. We have a bowl where we're going to keep, basically, in this bowl I'm going to keep the guts. I'm going to give them to the chicken. You can also grow some larvae, fly larvae on the guts. You can do different things, or you can freeze them, put them in the bin whenever the collection is, but I think it's better if you have animals to give it to your animals. Don't release it into the wild, because you don't want to contaminate if there is any virus or any disease, you never know. What you will need as well is a spoon and a knife. Here I have a plastic bag, but what we want is to basically put the fish once they are clean in a good environment. So it can be, if you have a plate or whatever, you can use whatever you want. And also the other thing we have, supply of water to clean the fish, right? So I will make things quite simple for everyone to be able to do it at home when you process your fish. So you take the fish, just open from the rectum and you go up. Watch out for your hands. You want a sharp knife, right? Okay. Now everything here, you see there is some fat because this is a fish that is been grown with artificial fish food. So there is always fat, and all this you are not going to keep it. What you can do, you can cut it from here. Basically here I'm just going to section the digestive system. So basically it's the esophagus. All this, you see, you can feed your chicken with it. You can use it for different things, or you can grow larvae from it. You can check if there are some eggs, but normally if they are just 1 year old fish, there is no egg yet. So you can see here there is none. What we have some fats here that can be also eaten. And you got your liver here. The liver, you see, is nice. There is nothing special, nothing strange inside. There are some parasites on fish, you generally see it on the liver. But here, as we are in aquaculture fish, or even better, aquaponics fish, there are no parasites, so no problem with this. And here you have the guts, so either you leave the guts, either you remove them, depending. If you go to the market, very often they leave the gills, but you have the possibility to remove the gills. So that's what I am doing here. See, I'm pulling the gills away, because that's not something that we eat, but the chicken will eat it. So why not, removing it and giving it to the chicken. So once you have your fish open like this, that's when you use the spoon, because here, all here along, you still have all the blood. So you want to remove the blood here. So you take your spoon, come like this. I will try to make it, maybe I will rinse it first, so you can see clearly what I'm doing. So to rinse it, I just take my water and I clean the fish. You see I still have some gills here. Now the fish is very clean, and as you can see, we still have all the blood here. So some people don't know, but you can remove this very easily. Just need a spoon. You see? With the spoon, you can really clean it properly. I hope it's clear, because it's a bit inside, so I'm trying to make it easy to see. So you can go from top to bottom or bottom to top, but basically you want to remove all this blood here. This blood, hop, you put it there. Now you can clean the fish again, and now it will be okay for consumption. And here we are. You see our fish? It's very clean, ready to be cooked. Now you can raise the fillet from the fish as well, but you can eat it as is. There are some scales on the surface of trout, but the scales on trout are not an issue, because when you grill the fish, it makes the skin very crispy. It makes a layer between the pan and the fish flesh, and I really recommend to cook them with the scales. It's always very enjoyable. So I'm going to put this one in the pack. What you need to keep in mind is that all the process needs to be quite quick. You don't want it to last for hours. Otherwise, if you leave it too long, you will have some bacteria. So here the good thing is that we kill the fish thanks to ice. So their metabolism, their body is very cold. So the bacteria are not active at this temperature, but if you leave it for too long, if you do it on a warm day, you may have the bacteria that start to do their work, and if they do their work, they will start digest the fish, so basically it will turn off. So of course you got a bit of time, but you don't want to do this in a warm area, and you want to do this as quickly as possible. So if you have a lot of fish, maybe do few batches. You don't want the fish here to wait too long. It shouldn't last for more than 30 minutes, you know. So here we are, we have our trout, but right now I'm going to put them in the fridge very quickly, so they're going to be in the cold. Right now we're going to feed the chicken. I will show you how they love it. It may seem disgusting to you, and actually you could eat the liver from this. You could cook with the fat. There's a lot of things you could do with what I have in my hands, but the chicken love it. Okay, here we are. We have our 5 trout. They are clean and they are ready to be eaten.
So what we can see now are the golden trout, and those ones have been smoked. So they are delicious fish. When you smoke them, they are like salmon. They fix the smoke particle very well on the fat, and they are really just delicious. And you can see when they are well cooked, you can just raise the fillet or just take the fillet out of the fish very easily, because the bones are not sticking to the flesh. And here it's served with a nice spinach pie from the garden. So it's a very nice aquaponics meal to have. Look at the bone, how easy it is to remove the bone from the fish. So here we can see that the trout flesh is white. If you are wondering why, you can watch my video about fish flesh color. Also, I took a bit of time to make this video, so if you find it interesting and if you learn something, I would appreciate if you can give a like to the video.
By the way, if you haven't done it yet, I really recommend you to join the Aquaponics Revolution community from the link below the description. By joining the community, you will get some critical information to build your aquaponics system properly, respect the good ratio, and produce some healthy and tasty food from your own backyard. See you on the other side. Bye.